Welcome to another exciting episode of Queen3 and King. We have three kings on the set this evening, but it ain't the same three queens you used to seeing. It's some different ones. We got the baby queen out taking care of the newest addition to the Queen3 and family, and that is Prince Bronx. We gonna call him either Ant, a Spike, a New York, or something like that, because his hair won't lay down like his own. So we're gonna do some introductions, and then we'll get to our special guest for today. Nikki, you got us?
Yes.
Okay,
can y'all hear me?
So, yep, we got you.
Okay, cool.
We got you. Now some drawers on the bed back there. Did you get
Boy,
them?
you lying? Not yet.
You got Christians on here. You can't be acting no fool.
Hey, didn't know.
And we'll get to that in a moment. My introduction. So we'll start with the queen, the more seasoned queen out of Anna, Texas, by way of East Garland, Texas. She goes by Bonnie Maroney, Skinny Minnie, Coco, the Grandma herself, Darling Nikki. Say hello to the folks, Queen.
Hey, family.
And so you notice how their voices change when they start talking to people.
That's my professional voice.
I don't know why they get 9 to 5 all of a sudden on us. And the next, still struggling and in litigation with her title of Queen of Tulsa. We can't talk much about it. There's an injunction and a gag order that has been put in place, so we can't talk about it. I've probably said too much already, but she is the educator, Meba Blake Aney, because we can't say Blake Mama no more because Bronx done took that. Talk to the people, Queen.
Hey, y'all. Good evening.
Hey, girl.
Wow. Don't make no sense. And now, our newest addition to the BS3 Network family, the host, the married couple, the funny people of Marriage is Real. We got the Johnsons, not those Johnsons that you done seen on the movies, them other Johnsons, Damian and Jamie. What's going on, good people?
What's up?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Welcome
We are happy to be part of the team.
Tell Jamie to clear her throat a little bit. Y'all ain't got no water over there.
Yeah, we got some. I was struggling to get it just a minute ago.
So one of the things that I wanted to do here, and I'll get to some comments before I dive right into that, but one of the things I wanted to do here is introduce y'all to the BS3 Network family. And we have some loyal viewers that are on here. And I want them to be introduced to y'all and some of your content and the kind of people you are so they can support y'all in the same way they support us. And again, I tell everybody who's willing to listen, one of the keys to the success of BS3 Network is the fact that we just have a bunch of good people. Right. That's our first requirement. Are you a good person? We don't care about your content. We don't care about your brand new house in the background with baby grand pianos and stone fireplaces and stuff. We don't care nothing about that. We care about if you're good people or not. So, and these Johnsons are fantastic people. All right, so a couple of our folks, we got Charlotte Wilson in the building. What's going on, Charlotte?
Hey, Charlotte.
The best voice in on the Built for This network. How's it going? We got Rita Kev in the building.
Hey, Kev.
Let's see. We got Kirby Alexander. What's going on, Kirby? Good to have you.
Hey, Kirby.
We got the doctor in the house, Dr. Selena.
What's up, lady?
The producer of Man Talk Mondays and the host of, let me see if I can get the show type. What is it called? Education or Through the Eyes of Trauma?
Through the Eyes of Trauma. She is helping educators educate children
That's awesome.
that experience trauma.
Yeah, and I don't understand why I done tried to, maybe she's negotiating or something. I don't know. This is a tactic, but I done reached out to her and said, we need to get her on BS3 Network. And I'll cover your cost if that's what is necessary, man. Just holler at me. I know your husband be tight with the purse strings and stuff like that because he was poor when he was growing up, but I got you.
Leave my link alone.
We got H-Rap B in the house. One of my co-hosts of the Forecast on Monday nights at 8:30. And of course, the host of the End of the Bench podcast on Built for This Network. What's up, H-Rap? We got Aunt Weed in the building. Hey, family. How's it
Hey, Aunt
going?
Weed.
Let's see. I think that's it. Let's see. Damn. Hold on. Let's see. Say, damn. I'll never be on BS3 then. Hey, we done made you the offer too. So be quiet. Charlotte said that's phenomenal. How's it going, ma'am? And then we got the pastor in the house, Pastor Derek Smith.
Hey, Pastor.
He is one of the hosts of Man Talk Mondays. Again, fantastic show. It's one of our powerful lineups on Monday evening. And Jamie and Damian are going to be part of our powerhouse lineup on Tuesdays. Queen3 and King will be moving to 7 o'clock because Jamie says she got to be in bed at a certain time. So we're moving up to 7 o'clock. So Marriage is Real will follow us at 8:30. It ain't been this strong on any network since the Cosbys, since before we knew Bill was doing what he was doing. We got Pastor Smith in the building again. He's on Man Talk Mondays, and on Sunday mornings, he is the leadoff hitter for our powerful ministry and OEM, Overcomers Empowerment Ministry. So you got to check him out. He's so strong. And y'all may know this individual right here. And we got to be careful because she don't act like she done ever been to nobody church with the way she talks sometimes. Yeah, she kind of wrong. So, as you can see, high party people. What's going on? We got Rucker Park in the house. All right. So before we dive into some stories that I have with Jamie and Damian and let them tell a little bit about Marriage is Real and whatnot, we have a special guest that wanted to come on and say hello. I didn't really want to allow this to happen because he, of course, puts the BS in BS3 radio. So I don't know if y'all know this joker here.
What's up, man?
Hey,
man. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Glad to have y'all. I had to make sure I changed the background to make sure.
I like it. We should did that.
We're trying to be rich. I'll send it to you. But we're so glad to have you guys. Obviously, we've known each other, so it's not like we're getting to know each other. But to be working together on this level, I love what you guys do. Marriage is real. That's a real statement. So and you guys got experience. So I'm excited. Can't wait for Tuesdays.
Yeah, and I don't know why somebody's saying hey Ben, but they want to say hi to you.
We're grateful and honored to be a part of the platform. We've been watching you guys and just, seeing how you guys move. And just been very happy for you and everything that you've been putting together. And we just hope God continues to bless you and take this thing as far as He wants to do with it. So congratulations. Right.
Absolutely. And it's on us, man. We got the power, we got the ability, we got the talent, it's on us, man. It really is. It is on us. And somebody else at the door in the studio. This is all I know is this is an OU Sooners fan. That's all I know. The Mitchells are in the house.
That's a surprise.
Is that Hodges Mitchell the second? Hodges G Mitchell the second over there.
All right, man. After the first
What's going on, Tonette?
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's going on? Congratulations,
fantastic. See, they don't know it, but this is a negotiating ploy with them too, because I'm trying to get the Mitchell started on some sort of podcast. They've been dodging me, so I said, let them get a taste of how fun it is, and then they'll want to do it.
Oh my God!
Yeah, well, I'm trying to give you an opportunity to get out this. How many years this curse done been in place that the Longhorns ain't did nothing?
We got rid of the coach. We got rid of the coach, man. So
yeah, I don't know if that's gonna help, man.
Hey, man, let's not talk about that.
We're supposed to be here for Jamie and Dave.
All right, we're gone. I'm gonna turn the floor over to you.
Well, first off, man, thank you guys for having us on for a quick sec. Shout out to you guys, man. BS3, you're doing amazing things. I know y'all kind of sideways recruiting us, so that's all good. We'll
ain't no sideways. We full.
And Hodges, I know the problem now. Hodges used to getting paid when he get recruited because he come out of Texas. So that's what the Longhorns do. They pay their players.
Hey, you produce, you get paid.
Okay, let's focus. Refocus. But Jamie, man, we just want to say congratulations. We are, we've been friends for a long time. Jamie knew me when I was a young thing in middle school, hanging around her mama's house. So, and then we of course kept the connection and friendship, and we watched each other grow in our marriages and our children, and just been involved in so many different ways with each other, and we've been watching you guys grow and flourish. And I mean, I'm not surprised that you guys are at this level, man. And just from the Mitchells to the Johnsons, man, we are so proud of you, and we know that this is just a little taste of what's coming next for you guys. So we're just so thankful to be able to say we know y'all, so don't forget us. My name has 1 N, 2 T's in it.
No, that's right.
I always get that backward. That's why I couldn't find you all these years. We got Kevin West in the building. He says you got some heavy hitters on the show. Hey, Kevin, you know the deal, man. You know the deal.
I'm not a heavy hitter, man. I'm just married to a heavy hitter. I know exactly what I was.
Oh, I know.
He know the right thing to say.
I'm surprised she let you on today.
I'm trying to upgrade my team, man. I know who the king is. I know who the queen over here, man.
Yeah. Good answer. Good answer.
Very good
Right.
answer.
Well, all right, man. We appreciate y'all taking the time to pop in for us. Ben, also, we appreciate you. So we're going to dive right into this, and I'm going to start telling some of the Johnson's business. I'm going to dig into some of these funny stories from Ibach.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to tune in because this finna be funny. How did you know how I get it? I'm finna get him. You was at choir rehearsal that day. Stay tuned, brother. All right, we'll catch up with y'all, man.
Bye,
Love y'all.
All right. So before we get into some of these stories of old, talk to us a little bit about Marriage is Real. Tell us a little bit about how the concept started, what made y'all want to launch the show, how long it's been going on. Just tell us everything you want to know, possible pitfalls, whatever. Do what you do.
So basically, Marriage is Real started back in 2013. And this happened during a time when I had actually gotten laid off and was just sitting home. And, I just feel like God had always given me a passion about marriage. And it started as a blog. And it was just something I was just kind of recording my personal thoughts about things. And, just wanted to help people. And I've always had a desire to talk about relationships and things of that nature. So it just kind of started from there, and it just kind of started growing from there. So, it's been, coming up on 8 years now that we did it. And then from there, we started doing the blog, and then we started doing the Marriage Mondays. Met a couple of people all over the country. We didn't really know at the time the reach that we had. We had people tuning in all over the country. And then I reached out to a young lady in North Carolina that was looking for a writer for her blog. And I just said, hey, would you give me a shot? She said yes. Fab Wives is the name of the blog. It's pretty grown up a lot since we first started. And I had a segment there called Man Cave, Inside the Man Cave with Damian Johnson. So I would give tips to wives about, how to deal with their husbands and some of the things that the pitfalls and the issues that they were dealing with in their marriage. And it ended up becoming their most read and viewed blog on the platform.
I love it.
From there, more recently, we connected with a young lady out of New York. She started a platform called Friends with Rings. She's actually one of the producers on the Black Love show that comes on home. Yeah.
There you go, Mika.
So we're on the board.
There you go, Mika.
Should they be you?
Hey, and the love ain't even got to be black. Hell, it could be off brown. She don't care. Beige, gray hair.
As long as you stay sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost.
You got it, girl.
Thank you, sugar.
I don't know though.
So we started. We're on the board of directors. I'm sorry.
No, she was telling me because she cute.
Oh, So we're on the we serve on the board of directors for Friends with Rings with some other people all over the country, and it's just been a wild ride, you know, and that's kind of the top level view of everything. So we just, you know, we got married so young and learned so much along the way. Most of it was by mistake. Just more so me, just a lot of mess ups and things. And you know, we got married so young. We're the old married couple, even though we're not old. That, you know, we just like sharing, and then especially in our community, you know, we just feel like marriage is getting such a bad name, and you see all these stories and social media and these people that are coming out saying all these different things, and it's like, if somebody has to put a positive spin on marriage, because marriage is the thing, you know, in our opinion, marriage between a man and a woman is a thing that's going to propel things forward in our community. And it helps to get our children ready for dealing with life, having both perspectives. And it's been such a blessing in our own lives, because we have a son and a daughter. So we always get to share different perspectives and our stories with them, because we're together. So she can give my son advice, I can give my daughter advice, and vice versa. So it's work for us.
And I always like to say I'm married into this, because like he said, he started his blog, and I remember him being at home, you know, got laid off. You just trying to find stuff to do. You just twiddling your thumbs, waiting on the next call. And so he was like, I'm gonna start this blog. You should have called it Real Marriage or Marriage is Real. I was like, nah, Marriage is Real, because real marriage don't sound good. But then he started writing all this stuff, and I'm like, how are we trying to tell somebody how to be married? We still a work in progress, especially 8 years ago. Like 8 years ago, it was trash. But sometimes when you trying to learn for us to teach other people, it really does teach you. So we learn a lot.
That's what's up.
Exactly.
Trying to help others. And the thing that a lot of the stuff that we learned through trial and error. So we ain't trying to say, you know, we the bee's knees and we the experts and we got all the answers, but we've learned through just living it. And it's like, I know the old people say about sense is better than taught sense. Or
I said that yesterday on the show.
So it's like when you live through it, you learn it, and you can relate. Like if you know you going through something, or you've been through a financial struggle or something like that, you can recognize it when somebody else is going through it. So because we've been through those things, we can kind of look at other couples and say, hey, they might need to, you know, maybe we want to talk to them, but you can't, you know, grown folks, you can't be in grown folk business, but you can just kind of see the signs. And so, like he said, we just trying to just teach people from what we've been through, and hopefully it'll just, you know, propel from here. It's not just about like the man and the woman and who's right and who's wrong. And we always say, do you want to be right or do you want to be married? Because there's a lot. I hate to say, and now you always hear people say marriage is hard. And I like, anytime somebody tell me something is hard, that's negative to me. I don't want to do it.
That's right.
But if you say it's hard work, that's a different thing. Like I don't mind working hard to get what I want.
Right.
So on the other side of it, it's like, marriage is hard work. So that's the kind of the tone that we want to take. It just letting people know that marriage is hard work, but on the other side of it, it's well worth it. It's well worth it.
Okay. Wow. Well, I'm gonna let Nikki and Mika ask some questions if they have it, because I'm telling you right now, I'm having to force myself to shut up, because I got questions, I got comments, but I don't want to dominate this. So I'm gonna let we're gonna start with the lady who came on this earth first before all of us.
Okay.
Back in the 1900s.
That would be me.
Back in the 1900s. But before I do that, Nikki, let me just say some of the comments. I put Craig's on there. His first was "that's strong." Then he said, "ooh wee." Lily said her and Bronx are watching, but he's tripping. Miss Sonia said, "Hey." We got D Great in the building. What's up, D Great? Appreciate you. Let's see. A-Trap said, I want to be right, but I guess that's why I'm not married. Keisha said, real talk. Kay Shirk, who's a new listener. She goes, Johnson.
Hey,
Kay.
That's one of my we used to work together.
Okay. When you had a job, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. We got the doctor that says preach, Jamie. All right.
Right.
Cool. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, that's it. All right. So Nikki, on you. You got anything for?
What I would like to ask is, whenever I found out you guys were going to be on a show, I was wondering, what is it that you normally tell couples who are getting ready to walk down that aisle? What is some advice would you give them? And it's actually like a two-part question, because also, even though I've been married for 21 years, as you say, there's ups and downs all the time in marriage. It is hard work. It does take hard work. And so what would you tell someone, an older, more seasoned couple, they still go through issues and things? What would your advice be to them as well?
So the first thing I would say, and again, a lot of this stuff that we talk about are things that we've learned recently, because you continue to learn.
Right.
The first thing I'd say is one of the biggest pitfalls is your ego. Ego plays a big part in marriage, and especially the older that you get.
Right.
Because since I'm starting, I got about 4 gray hairs on my beard now.
Just 4.
So, you start, and especially as men, we thrive, and the cornerstone of who we are is our respect. And so having respect is so important, but sometimes the ego that you have can play such a major part in having issues within your relationship.
Right.
And you have to be strong enough to put your ego aside, especially like you said, when you're becoming more seasoned, that, sometimes it's going to get in the way of what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. And you have to look at what the greater good is going to be.
Right.
I personally have been, I've had a very, very strong ego, but I had to realize that if I'm going to continue to have a harmonious relationship with this woman right here, I got to check my ego in a lot of situations, and especially being a black man, it's like, I'm the man. That's just the way I am. That's the way I roll. And respect has to be given, but there's a way about going about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Presentation is everything. There are two different ways that you can say something, but to get the result that it is, the result that you want to get, it's in how you present that information. So the main thing I would say is number one, check your ego. And number two, I was watching a show maybe a couple of years ago, and it was a couple that had been on there for like 80 years. They'd been married for about 80 years.
Wow.
And they asked them, so, what was the secret to your marriage? And the gentleman said, be kind. And I think sometimes that's one of the things that we forget to do, is just be kind to each other.
Basic kindness.
You know what I'm saying? When you've been with somebody for so long, we forget those little bitty things, like being kind goes so far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because being considerate of that other person and speaking good things and kind words to them, it goes.
He's looking at you, Jamie. I don't know if he's talking to you or talking to us now.
You might be trying to tell me something on the fly, on slip fly, like they used to say.
He's saying to be kind.
I'm listen. God ain't through with me yet. I'm just. So to answer Nikki's question, I was kind of jotting down because when he's talking, I don't want to forget my thought. But I would say to your question relative to like the new couples that are walking down the aisle, don't have unrealistic expectations, because a lot of people go into marriage thinking they like this is a fantasy world and they gonna have like this euphoric experience every day, all day, and that's unrealistic. Like they want to, let's get up in the middle of the restaurant and slow dance and like that's not gonna be every day. So not to have those really unrealistic expectations, and just know that life is still gonna happen. You're still a human. Don't think that this person is in control of your happiness. And I hate when people say, well, I'm not happy and I thought marriage was supposed to make me happy. And it's like, happiness is a feeling that's fleeting. I can be happy right now because we on the Queen and Kings, show. I'm happy. I'm, ecstatic. And then as soon as I get off of this live, it's like, dang, I ain't got no chocolate chip cookies, you know, so I ain't happy no more. So it's like you can't base your relationship and your marriage on a feeling of happiness. You have to work to strive for harmony. The goal is to have joy. The goal is to be to have unity in the relationship and know that it's not gonna feel the same every day, all day. And then another question she asked, which I know she's not on here, but I guess to play back
connection probably.
Yeah. She mentioned something about the older couples, couples that have been like ourselves. We've been married for 23 years.
Yeah.
They've been married for 21 years. And there was this quote, something that I feel like God gave me a while ago, and I wrote it down earlier today, and I'm glad she asked it because I was gonna say that. And it is just anything that's growth is new. So you can't plan for it. So you kind of just gotta roll with the punches because as we're changing, we change every day. Like I used to have sour cream. The taste buds change. Your molecular makeup changes.
Right, that's right.
Supplementing and taking your vitamins and exercising and doing all the stuff. Like when we first got together, we exercised, we ate whatever we wanted to eat. We was just using our son. He's 21. Like he can eat all the candy and the carbs and the pizza. He ain't gonna gain an ounce.
Yeah.
But for us, we got, wait, it's 8 o'clock. I can't eat no onions. You know what I'm saying?
No red sauce after a certain time.
Yes.
Love it.
You gotta switch it up. So that's just like with marriage. You can't really plan for those that change because it's new terrain. So you kind of just gotta roll with it. And another thing I like to say, I feel like God gave me this. You can't have marriage without age. Because you're gonna age,
what's up, man.
and so is your marriage. So just like you have to supplement and do things for your health as you get older, you have to do that same thing for your marriage in trying to keep the spice and the passion and rekindling the flame. Because I love him, but I ain't in love. Yeah, we hear that all the time. I get it.
Right.
But what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise you're gonna just be stuck in a rut. So I hope that answered her question.
It did, and it didn't answer more as far as I'm concerned. And before I turn it over to Mika, because I can't let us get too far removed from when he started this Marriage is Real blog, it was because he had been laid off. I need to translate this for our viewers because Queen3 and King viewers listen differently. So let me tell you what he said, y'all. He was trying to stay married, so he was gonna write poetry, he was gonna dance, he was gonna do whatever. The brother was laid off. He didn't care nothing about no blog. He trying to keep his wife. All right, Mika, you got a question?
Oh my
goodness. I'm sick of you already. So I have a couple comments, then I have a question. First of all, can you imagine what you would not have if you would have not been laid off? Like
wow, that's good.
Yeah.
So
that is fantastic.
That was a God assignment right there.
That's fantastic.
So, imagine that. And then Jamie, you said you married into this, but you're strong. Y'all compliment each other so well.
Thank you.
So this was your assignment as well. So I'm just like, woo, let me take you.
That's a new spin on. Let's see, I think Nikki is back. That's a new spin on before you were born, before when you were in your mother's womb, I knew you. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? That's a whole new spin on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was in you already.
It was in you. You just had sometimes we stay places where we're not supposed to be, and you have to get cut in order to do what you need to do.
Yeah. Dr. Smith, I gotta call it like I see it.
But
I gotta give this props though, because when he was laid off, he was cooking, he was running bath water. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like, wait, you finna go back to work? Hold on. I like it.
He was, like I said, he was trying to stay married. Shoot, he was cooking and running bath water and everything else.
I had severance too, though.
Okay, I got you. Go ahead,
he just told you get out his pocket, Ted.
Right.
Do y'all believe in not going to bed angry? If so, why?
I can already tell. Jamie said, "Hell no, I don't believe in that shit." I'm taking my ass to bed. I can tell the look on her face. She's like, "Hey, I see you in the morning." Hey. Go ahead, John.
Do you want to?
Go ahead. I'll let you take it.
I have personally, I don't subscribe to that, and the reason I say that is because it's not realistic.
Yeah.
Because depending on the situation, you can't turn that off.
Right.
You know, when you're involved with someone emotionally, you don't just,
that, man.
you know, oh no, now it's 9:36. We're about to go to bed at 10. I'm still pissed off. It don't just go away like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing I can say that we don't do is in the 23 years we've been married, there's never been sleeping on the couch. I've never slept on the couch. I'm like, this is my bed. I ain't going nowhere. And you can stay on one
my
side.
wife was that pretty. I wouldn't sleep on no couch either. You want a gold medal? You want a cookie? Like you doing like you sacrificing in this.
You know, but you know that's what a lot of people always say. They like the woman put them on the couch. I'm not going on no couch. Now we can you can sleep over here and I can sleep over here, but we gonna and then sometimes what's crazy is the connection of just sleeping together kind of works on the situation that we may have been mad about beforehand.
Oh, that's what
I love that.
But to answer your question, no, because we don't feel like that's realistic.
And that's see, the thing, I think the difference is it's the feeling of anger versus like the intent, like your attitude. Like
that's
I could say, you know what? Let's stick a pin in this, and we'll reconvene tomorrow.
That's
I ain't like, you know, like I hate him and you know all that kind of stuff. It's just the feeling that I feel just ain't gonna go away just because we decide not to go to bed. You know, we got to go to bed. So I think that a lot of times in relationship, that's the issue, is that there's a misconception. Everything is so literal. Everybody take things out of context. Well, don't go to bed angry. Well, okay, I'm not like angry in the fact that I want some malice or something bad to happen to him, but I do still feel pissed. I'm still like, you know, like don't touch me. You know, he keeping his feet over there. You know, I like his feet. You know what I'm saying? But like he said, unsubconsciously, when you're asleep, if you sleep away and you were in the bed together, we'll wake up and be like just normal. And it's like, dang, I was mad at him last night. Get off me, you know.
So sometimes you probably need to take your ass to bed so you won't say nothing else.
Right. Say
that's the best. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what's
and then another thing I'll add to that is one thing about us, even when we're having issues, when we do have disagreements or arguments, we always fight fair. And what I mean by that is that there are parameters to the things that we do and what we say, because as all of us know, the power of life and death are in the tongue. So we're very aware of the things that we say. I've never called her out of her name. She's never called me out of her name, out of my name. So we keep those parameters, and we know this is just something that we're dealing with, something we're going through, but we're not going to allow this issue that we're having to define our relationship. It's just something that's happening at the moment.
So she can't take her words back.
Yeah, because we know a lot of couples that have, you know, we've heard things and it's like y'all talk like y'all say those things to each other, and those things, though, you can't take those once that's out there. You can't take that back. You know what I'm saying?
It can be 6 or 7 years and they still hurt, because you did that to them, So just in a moment of anger.
Yeah, so we're always very cognizant of what we're saying to each other, knowing that we're still gonna be together. I'm not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere, and we're still on the same team. We're just having a miscommunication at the moment, but we're gonna stick within these parameters.
Yeah, I do a little blogging myself, brother, and so one of my blogs was Sticks and Stones, and I talked about how, you know, that saying, sticks and stones, you know, may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And I said, don't fall for the okie doke. That was the name of my blog, the okie doke. Don't fall for the okie doke. Words will hurt you, you know, and sometimes in a much more detrimental way than sticks and stones can.
Absolutely.
So yeah. What do I want to do first? Do I want to get to some of these audience questions, or do I want to start telling my funny stories? I think I'm going to tell a couple of funny stories first. So
give me the choir one, because that tickled. Give me the choir one.
That's why I'm gonna save it to last. I'm gonna talk about Jamie first. So one day, y'all know I'm a clown. I don't care where I'm at, church, whatever. They'll tell you I'm gonna act a fool wherever I'm at. So we're at church, and I can't remember. I think it was the new building, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't remember. So I'm walking up the aisle. Jamie's coming down the aisle, and she's got a cast on. You remember this, Jamie? She's got a cast on. And I'm going to paraphrase because it's been several years since this has happened. So I walked up to her and I said, I just looked at her and I'm talking in hushed tones. I said, did he hurt you? You know, and she starts laughing like she did now. And I said, I tell you what, I know that's an uncomfortable laugh. You can't say nothing, but I need you to just blink 2 times with your right eye. Okay. I said, with your right eye. If he did something, just blink twice, and I'll get you some help. And so we laughed about that. And I told her, I said, I bet you'll have supper ready from now on. So from then on, every time I saw Jamie, I said, did you cook today? So did you think I was just an idiot to say that to you or what, Jamie?
Oh, that's hilarious. No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought that was hilarious. I told you.
This is the first time I've heard.
No, I told you.
You
this
did?
was a long time ago. My baby was like, she's 16.
Yeah,
she was a baby.
Right. She was little. Yeah,
that's how long ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is.
Yeah, it was hilarious, man.
Oh, that was funny.
Hilarious.
It's so crazy.
You know, and obviously, if I thought Damian had it in him, I wouldn't have asked that.
Right?
But,
what if I would have just broke down in tears and be like,
yeah, no kidding. I would be like, oh shit. Yeah, I'd have called security over there. And then so Damian's story, we were in choir rehearsal. Was this was when the men were going, right, Jamie?
Yep.
Damian?
Yeah.
Okay, and this was the old building.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So we were at choir rehearsal, all men choir rehearsal. And so during choir rehearsal, there were these lulls from time to time. And one of the things Pastor did in the choir, whether it was the men or the mixed choir, is he made sure we were in shape, right? We would run around the doggone church. We would, stand in the choir stand for long periods of time because there were times like on New Year's Eve or Christmas or special events where we would have to be in the choir stand a long time. And plus we had moves. We was a dancing choir. We wasn't just sitting up singing choir. We danced, right? So he needed to make sure we were in shape. So we're standing up and there's these lows or whatever. And so we standing there, and I think I was standing right next to Hodges because I stood next to him for a long time in the choir. And all of a sudden, there's this commotion. Did I lose them? Okay, there was this commotion over on the left side of the choir. I think you were in the tenor section, right?
Yep.
Was that the tenor section?
Yep.
So there's this commotion over in the tenor section. And we look over there and we got people looking down and trying to help somebody up and stuff like that. Lo and behold, Damian ass done passed out.
Damian, that's
and
not
I was like, what done happened over there? So apparently you locked your knees when you were standing up. Is that what
I guess that's what happened.
Wow.
I don't even know. I just remember. And what was crazy was when it happened, I was like, why is it when I came back up too? I was like, why is everybody like my mind kept going? I didn't even know it had happened.
He woke up singing the song, Bless, Bless.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was hilarious. So from
I
then
will never
on,
forget that day.
yeah. So from then on, every time I saw Damon, I said, "Don't lock them knees." I mean, it could just be random, whatever. Don't
Just
lock
random.
them knees. Yeah, that was
That's so
hilarious.
funny.
It was funny then. It's funny now. Okay. Palante, y'all know Brother Palante from the Church of Glen. He says,
What's
"Do
up,
you want to be
Palante?
right or do you want to be married?" Past the collection plate.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else we got in the building. Oh, A-Trap says, he talked about that ego trip that Damian talked about. He goes, exactly how to learn. When you ego trip, you end up losing your luggage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Brother West, who's a full-fledged police officer right now. So we ain't gonna say a whole bunch while he watching. But he one of those South Side cops, so he'll be all right. He'll then take you to jail. He said, I've always admired the Johnsons' marriage. Even when I was married and went through my divorce, y'all have always inspired me. And he brings up a good point, man, because I've said that too, right? I call y'all one of my favorite couples, right? And so you and Damian, Hodges and Tonette, Brent and Charity Reeves, Eric Lockhart and his wife. You follow what I'm saying? And so we don't understand sometimes about how much people are watching us, how much people are observing us and may be inspired by us, you know. So I think that's a key statement. A-Trap says, okay, let me scratch the slow dancing thing off my list because Jamie said they're going to be slow dancing in the middle of the restaurant. So here's a question. Well, before I get to that question, let me see. We got Front Ground Records in the building. The show killer is in the house. But okay, so Sonia has a question. She goes, what do you do when your partner is no longer working on the marriage and everything is one-sided? To the Johnsons, what do you do when your partner is no longer working on the marriage and everything is one-sided?
That's a hard one. It's a hard one because you can't be in a relationship by yourself. It's like I can't say that I had a fight if I was the only one fighting or they were fighting me. And that's abuse. That wasn't a fight. Somebody was basically abusing you if you weren't fighting back. So kind of like in a marriage, if the other person is not giving anything and it's one-sided, I can say you can pray about it. You know, we don't tell anybody to divorce or anything like that. I just say pray about it and do what's best for you. But in a one-sided relationship, you're not gonna get anything from the relationship. So I think that that's hard. We always suggest counseling, and I mean like professional counseling. You can go to your church and you know that's great, but you also want to get some professional, got more degrees than a thermometer type of thing, you know, to talk about it and see, because sometimes what we feel is one-sided. Sometimes we need to look inward. And I'm saying this because I'm raising my hand first because that was me. Because when I had my own issues, it's easy to point the finger and say what you not doing and why he, you know. But it's like, what you doing? Because a lot of times it's a cause and an effect. So it could be one-sided because of, you know, maybe there was, like we talked about before, communication. Something may have happened 6 years ago that really really hurt. That really hurt him. He kind of still holding on to it, and it's just never been the same since then. Has it always been this way? From the beginning. You know, like, so all of that, there are different variables.
And don't say too much more because we're gonna have to start charging her if you say the whole bunch. Go ahead.
But again, the one thing that we will say in those situations is counseling is key. Counseling, coaching, counseling, you know, all that.
And do you think it's important for Christians to try to find counselors who are Christians, you know, who are at least believing? They may not be under the Christian counseling moniker, but at the very least they believe the same as you? Or do y'all think that's not an important, you know, variable in that counselor you choose?
I think you should find whoever can help you. God can use anybody.
That's true.
Okay, that's what's up. I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
You know, because we've done and had counseling before, and the way that, in our opinion, that you should go about it is you screen and you interview.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So for when I was looking for therapy for us, I don't want anybody that's not married. What you gonna tell me? I've been married longer than you. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? I want someone that's walked further down the road than I have. You know, if you happen to be a believer, that's gonna work even better for us. But personally, I would, you know, I vet people and have vetted people before I just say, okay, well, they go to church, because everybody that's a believer doesn't have the same ideologies and they don't move the same way. You know, there's a lot of religion without a lot of relationship. That's two totally different things. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I would answer that.
And when he says like, you don't want anybody that's not married, maybe you've been divorced. But if you've not been married, you haven't like experienced it at all. It's like trying to tell me how to have this baby. And then have you had some babies? Like, have you went through labor and delivery? Like, do you have children? I know that you're learned. I know that you're versed. I know you went to school. But when you're doing it, it's a whole different ballgame because it's a lot of stuff that you're going to say you're not going to do. And you are going to do when you get married. And then when you get married, it's like,
you ain't going to put that baby in the bed. You ain't gonna put that baby in the bed till that baby don't stop crying. That baby be right there so you can go to sleep.
My baby ain't sleeping with me. My baby ain't sleeping with me. Well, when you sleepy, that baby gonna be right there in the bed.
Gotcha. What I like about it is, I was thinking about this earlier whenever you answered the question or you made the comment about going to bed angry, right? You answered that question. And I said, what I love about it is that it is real talk, like it's not, we're not just giving you some answer because it's cliche to give, we're giving you this answer because it's real life shit. This is like, this is real. And this is what it is, And so sometimes like people answer this question, well, what am I going to do? And that kind of thing. And for somebody to have the courage and care enough to tell you, well, look at yourself too. You need to be paying attention to that. That's good, and that's some real talk as far as I'm concerned. So y'all talked about getting married young. How old were y'all when you got married?
So let me just say this real quick. So we got married in 1998, but we actually met at the club the night Tupac died. That's why we were out. I was with my homeboy.
All right, now
pouring it up. You know what I'm saying? We were pouring the pot. And I looked at her. I'm still friends with some of these
you
guys.
You said that's my wife. I remember it, man. Yep. I done heard that story. Yeah.
So
I was like, okay.
But to answer your question, when we got married, I was 21 and she was 19.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Cool. And that says something, man, because again, a young marriage, a lot of times, those are the people who are willing to quit it early. Like, did y'all, what about, and again, without getting into y'all's parents' information, but sometimes what we've seen growing up has an influence on our marriage, right? And what happens there. Did y'all come from homes that stayed together or were broken? What was that situation and how did that influence y'all?
Total chaos.
Okay.
No, but for me, there wasn't, my mom and I got married the same year. So I didn't come from a family where there was a husband and wife. My grandmother and my grandfather was married, but that was like, they literally slept in separate beds type thing. Wow. I didn't see this. I didn't come from this. So I know, like, to your point, Mika, when you said, it's a God thing. I know that this is now, I didn't know then, but this is a God thing because this is not something that I've seen so that I'll be like, oh, well, yeah, I didn't see it. But like I say all the time, you have to, when you get married, you have to cultivate your own life. Like I can't do what my mom and my daddy did. I can't do it like that. I have to do what works for Jamie because I always thought that I was going to be the wife who want to get up in the morning and cook and, iron his clothes and do all the things. But that's what I saw. And my mother wasn't married, but she did that. I'm sorry. She did that for these men and she still wasn't treated well. And so in my mind, that taught me I'm not doing that for nobody. And for I said I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to get married.
That's why you end up in that cast at church.
Yeah.
Because you weren't looking like you was supposed to.
So to answer your question, no, I didn't come from married that
gotcha.
background.
What about yourself, Damian?
So my parents are still married. My parents have been married almost 50 years.
Wow.
It's been an experience. Let me just say that they're still together and they're still working things out, but they're from a different generation.
That's right.
The way they see things, the way they handle things is completely different.
That's right.
I learned a lot by watching them.
Y'all remember that commercial back in the day where he said, I learned about watching you, all right? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
That's what I learned. I learned what not to do.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Because that says something, again, a young couple, in my estimation, they're going to be the ones that's quicker to say, I'm out. I'm still young. I still, I ain't finna put up with whatever, So for y'all to stay together, with obviously going through what we're going through in just regular relationship stuff, says a lot about who y'all are as individuals. So I can appreciate that as well. A couple of more comments. So of course, Palante want to send me to the corner for an hour. I can't do that. Kirby says that's heavy. A lot of religion and no relationship. Yep. Yeah. You ought to check out. Hey, go back to YouTube, Kirby. There's a couple of about 3 episodes. Religion versus relationship. We did a part 1, part 2, and part 3 on Queen3 and King with some very good nuggets in there. Okay. I think we had got Raider Kev's point a little earlier where he talked about Jamie. He said that's a fantastic point. Was it always like that, or did you assume it would change, et cetera, et cetera? And then, of course, Tonette earlier says therapy is real. And I know if she having to deal with Hodges, I done been with Hodges. Let me put it like this. I felt like I was married to Hodges in the choir stand. Man, standing next to him, I went to pastor 2 or 3 times. Said, man, do I gotta stand next to this joker? I mean, it's like when he got excited at church because the word was good, I was his punching bag. I'm like, you don't have to hit me because the word is good.
I remember that.
And he don't know how to hit soft, man.
He think you back on the field.
I'm gonna tell the story about Hodges. So one time Hodges was doing that and he hit one of these teenagers. This was when the man was there. He didn't mean, he was just excited about the word, and he hit this teenager hard, and this teenager started crying. And Hodges freaked out. He's like, man, don't cry. Don't cry. He thought he was gonna get put out to cry that day, man.
Oh, no.
Look at him.
That's hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Oh,
I just said, whoa, this ain't about him.
Yeah, he's telling on YouTube.
I should have had him tell that story.
Everybody.
Yeah, look at here. Because you know how it was, man. We scared. If you did anything wrong, you finna get fronted out.
Yep.
And you finna get put out. So, hey, it was. Let's see. Okay, this is my daughter-in-law, Brandy. She goes, how do you balance having children and a healthy relationships? And I'll let y'all answer that because that's something y'all had to do.
So I think the first thing to realize and know is that your relationship comes first.
Ooh, that's good, man.
Because one day the children aren't going to be there anymore. We've seen a lot of different couples where they put all their energy and focus into the children, but as that was happening, they were starting to lose each other within the relationship. So I think really the thing you got to do is just continue to date each other, continue to spend time, and also make sure that the children know that y'all's relationship comes first, because children will try to manipulate situations and do things and draw a wedge within the relationship. So they need to know that mommy and daddy are a united front in everything that's going on. So
wow, I love it.
And I would say too, share responsibility, because a lot of times women feel like they have to do everything with the kids, feed them, bathe them, homework, do all the things, and then it's like, then you want to get in the bed and you want to look upside my head. I am tired. I've been with these kids all day, So it's like that's a shared responsibility. Help him with his math, or fix their plates while I throw them in the tub, or whatever.
That's
just
I put that joke in the sink with that spray and spray that joker down real good. That's one less thing you got to do, baby.
Tonette said that's a lesson many don't learn until they are divorced. Our children need to see healthy relationships. Totally agree.
But I'm just glad that she said that.
Yeah,
a lot of couples will not admit.
They will not.
They will, and I've ran into women that say, "My children come first." And
and that's
I'm gonna tell y'all when we first got married, that was a struggle with
for me too.
With that. Because moms are we're just nurturers. And so our first instinct is, okay, my kids are my first priority. And then, that was all it was too for me. I had to learn that same thing. That's a hard lesson for a mom to learn to separate that, especially when you never had anybody tell you, like how to be a wife or how to be or a mother or anything like that. So we had that issue in the very beginning. Right. But now that we've gotten older and our kids are getting older, I nipped that in the bud a long time ago. about the kids first, because I know that now my husband comes first.
Right.
He's my first priority.
Because like it says in the Bible, the two become one.
That's right.
You got to remember we're one.
Be gone.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anything outside of this one is two. Not saying that you don't treat them the way that they need to be treated.
Yeah,
but this is the priority, because without this, then they're gonna have issues.
That's right.
You definitely have to find that balance too, because as to your point, Nikki, when you are the one doing all the work, you know, you feel like you the mama, you can start to resent him because you feel like he don't care. And and his mindset is she got it. She's a mother. That's what she wants to do. He used to say, I thought you enjoyed it. I mean, of course, they're my kids, but I would enjoy it more if you helped me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Why you over there blogging, all unemployed and shit?
Whatever, man. I got a check though.
I love it. But yes, people they're so concerned about what other people think. And so for a long time, this my children first thing, you know, the women wanted to make sure that was their focus because they thought that's what they were supposed to do. And the men wouldn't speak up to say, hey, I'm feeling neglected as a result or whatever, because they don't want to be the dude who says, you know, wife, I need more attention. And it's at the sacrifice of my kids, so to speak. You know, they're like, I feel selfish for saying I need it, but my kids are going to be the one who's going to get less of you, you know. So that's a tricky deal, and that's a fantastic point.
Well, if my husband is watching, don't worry, baby. I throw them jokers out.
Not throw them out. Why not just
you gonna do them like you gonna Issa Rae them like on Insecure?
Don't get out of here.
Wow. A-Trap said, I learned that from my mother. Make a home for your children and a life for you and your wife.
That's beautiful.
That's
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Layla Devi. Is this somebody y'all know? Okay. Hi. So she says children only mimic what they see, not what you tell them.
That's
okay.
Right.
I can believe that.
Very true.
That's right.
Tony says we do what we saw our mothers and grandmother do, which is exactly what Layla just said, right?
Right.
You know? And Sonia says I had to learn to separate them mommy duties from my marriage. Sometimes I find myself saying F them kids. They're old enough to take care of themselves. And I'm gonna say it like this too: you dress differently being a mama than you do being a wife. And I need you to take them mama clothes off and put on some wife clothes and come in here and Netflix and chill with me.
Already.
She said I took a line from Bernie Mac there. Fuck them kids. I love it. Well, we got just a couple minutes, so we'll go around. We'll start with Nikki to give final thoughts, but I just want to just say I knew that this would be a fun show, you know, because I know y'all's personality. I know how we kind of get down, but I had no idea there would be so much good information for the viewers to be able to view, not only just in the watching it live, but if they want to go back and watch it at any time. So, I mean, I powerful, better than I could have even hoped for. And I'm telling you right now, we will get y'all back on again. You know, come up. We gonna get y'all on again. BS3 Network, one of the most beautiful things that we do is collaborate with other shows. Those are some of the best shows. The energy is just so fantastic. So we will definitely have y'all on again. Nikki, final thoughts.
Yes, she don't have any.
Thank you guys for agreeing to come and be on the show with us. Y'all couldn't hear me?
No, you froze for a minute. Go ahead.
Oh, first of all, I'd like to thank you guys for being a part of the show tonight. I really enjoyed you guys. Also, I have something that I want to share with you guys as well too. Is that we were talking about the club and the Tupac and all that stuff. Well, we met at a club too.
Okay.
And it was at the Prime Time 21.
I remember that.
Yes.
She done froze again.
And he gave me his phone number. He asked me to call him when I made it home because he wanted to make sure that I made it home safely.
Damian must have been the same.
And not only that, he caught me off guard and kissed me. before he left. Yes.
You didn't do it.
That's why he did that move. Call me when you get home. But so that was many years ago. But I just wanted, when y'all said that about the club, I was like, okay, I'm not the only one that met my husband.
No,
they say it can't last from the club. We can say that ain't true.
It might be some magic in behind your mate at the club.
Yeah. No, I trust me. No, I know a lot of folks.
What clubs are open this weekend?
I think it's called one call. It ain't Prime Time 21. It's Coronavirus 21.
Yeah.
That's what's open. Hey, you going out there, you gonna catch more than a husband, man.
Yeah. You gonna have to call me.
All right, Alicia says very powerful show. Too bad she wasn't
one
able
other
to
thing
join
I
us
said
today.
last week I was praying.
Oh, go ahead, nigga.
I don't think it's still here. When I was praying, I remember last week I told you guys when I was praying that God, said that we need to be more intentional in our lives. And so I was thinking about that again while you guys were talking, is that we do have to be more intentional, and not just in our marriages, but in all of our relationships with our children, with our other family members. Just make sure that you're more intentional, and even taking care of yourself,
right,
as a wife and as a mother and a father, as a husband. Take time out for yourself, because that's needed to just hang out with your girlfriends, or go shoot pool with some with your boys or whatever. Just not Ivan though. But yeah, it's necessary. So just always remember to be intentional. And I just want to keep reminding y'all of that, because God has to me about being more intentional.
Yeah, you be intentional with that internet provider.
I got the best internet that AT&T has, but because of where we live, there's not a lot.
That's right. We still pumping daylight to Anna. I know.
Yeah, I'm all the way up north.
You almost in Van Augustine.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah.
All right, a couple of more comments there, Mika. We'll get your final thoughts. Miss Sonia said, I've enjoyed this show, y'all. Hey, we appreciate you, Miss Sonia. We appreciate you being so open and honest, and you help contribute to the content every week. So we appreciate you. Dr. Smith says, great show, guys. Palante said, Damian, Jamie, dog, much love. What's going on?
Thank you,
Palante. We appreciate you, brother. A-Trap said, well, hell, let me go to the club in Dallas. I took you to the club in Dallas. You fell asleep on the way home. So, yeah, there's evidence. Alicia says, me and Brandon met at the club. He almost tripped getting to me. And that, and that's a strong relationship there. So and I know what he do at the club too, because me and him and Justin almost got in a fight about a dude who touched Alicia at the club. So yeah,
that was a fun night.
We ain't learned to get out the club yet. Tony said, appreciate you guys, love you, can't wait for the next one. Same thing. We need to get you and Hodges rolling, man.
Come on through. Come on, Mitchells.
Yeah. Ben say we need to start a GoFundMe for Nico's internet.
It's not gonna help because I got the most expensive
let's
internet,
do a combo.
Ben.
Let's do a combo platter. We got to put some on Wilk's camera, and then John Williams at Man Talk Monday. He was echoing all day yesterday. So we need to get a bunch.
Wow.
Kevin West says, Doc, and I guess I wasn't looking hard enough at RJ's by the lake and Buku Rays for my wife. Right on. Wow, look at my son. That's my oldest twin. He says, great show. My wife learned a lot. Wow.
Oh my God.
And Selena says, John. Okay, cool. All right, Mika, final thoughts.
Just real quick, before I say anything, I want to give a shout out to the beautiful ladies of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Oh, really? Whatever y'all say.
It is our Founders Day this week, so all my sorors.
See,
and I want to also say, shout out to my brother. And I want to thank everybody for joining in. Great conversation. I could have did this for 2 hours, 3 hours, just listening and learning.
No doubt.
And I hope people who are single also took notes. From this couple. And Jamie and Damian, y'all seem like a couple. You love the Lord, but you're genuine.
Oh yeah, balance.
I can come up your house and sit down and have a glass of wine and laugh.
But that piano, that grand piano, ain't gonna be there at their house. This is a different house.
we at the vacation house just this weekend.
Oh, okay. We don't have to go to the vacation house, y'all. But yes, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the genuineness and the love that y'all have for marriage, period. And I see that y'all are a couple that want to make sure that other couples are successful. So I appreciate you for, doing that and advising all, people to have this good Black love. So
yes,
I'm looking forward to your show.
Yeah. Hey, Pastor Smith, I think this will be a good show for y'all to collaborate with. Man Talk Mondays. And let's have the producer, Dr. Smith, come from behind the camera and be on with you. Have a fantastic collab show.
Because that's another strong couple, Derek and Selena.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great show, man.
I actually know Selena.
And do you?
The whole Finch Roy family.
Really?
Yep.
That's my link.
We all grew up together. We all family.
They know him and his mama know everybody.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. Mr. Finch Roy is a great man. Her dad is an awesome man.
Oh, he is bomb.
Yes,
love
he is.
Him.
Miss Finch Roy as well. Love him.
Yes.
Love it. Grew up together. All right, cool. And look here, Derek said we can bring our wives on. It would be awesome. Yep, I think it'd be great. Yeah, good. And especially John's wife, because he needs some help. So yeah, please let her come on.
We plan for sure.
All right, Johnson, it's on y'all for y'all final thoughts.
Well, I would just say, we just really appreciate the opportunity. We're looking forward to doing great things with BS3. We appreciate Ben and Doc and everybody for talking to us. It's been going on behind the scenes for a few months. And
I've been chasing y'all since last year.
He have been since last year. Actually, 2 weeks ago. But we're just so grateful. More importantly, if anybody needs to talk to us or, marriage is real, pretty much everywhere. Instagram, go follow us on Instagram. We have a website, marriageisreal.com. Facebook, Marriage is Real Facebook page. You can email us if you have any questions or anything, marriageisreal@gmail.com. We just want to help.
Okay. Hey, do me a favor, Damian. Go to Ben has added y'all to the BS3 Network groups and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Put all that information there so all the shows can share it to their pages too.
Okay.
We'll do that. And like all your stuff and all that other kind of stuff.
We appreciate it.
Your number's gonna grow by at least 20 over the next couple of days if you do that.
We'll take it.
All right, Jamie. I know he don't let you talk a lot, but since I'm here today, you can go and say what you want to say.
Yeah, because I had that cast because I was talking too much, Dawkins.
Yeah, and you knew he didn't have a job, man. You were doing all this talking.
Most of the time, we're not serious, so please don't take us serious. But we are serious about marriage. Let's get real. No, but really, I just want to just again thank Ben, thank you, Dawkins, for the opportunity. We just really want to give tangible takeaways and let people know that you're not in this alone. Marriage is not
tangible takeaways. Come through, tangible takeaways.
Just to know, you're not in this alone. That some of the stuff that you're thinking like, dang, is it just me? Am I tripping? Don't ever, hesitate to ask us. We keep it real pretty much about everything. At this point, as they say, when people get older, they get free. They just be older. People just be saying whatever. We kind of like, I'm kind of there. So it's like.
She helped me to pull the reins in by what I be saying. So I appreciate you.
You can say whatever you want to say. It's just the way that you say
it. Didn't you say earlier? You said presentation is key. See, what I used to tell folks, if your favorite meal is chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes and gravy and some green beans, it ain't gonna be the same if I serve it to you on a trash can lid.
Facts.
But if I put it on some nice china and crystal, then you're going to be more apt to consume it the way you want to.
Absolutely.
So even your favorite meal served improperly ain't going to be that good. Ain't going to be that appealing.
Right.
So cool. All right. So a few final comments and then I'll say my little last spiel. So we got Ray to Kev. Say great show. We appreciate you, Radikia. Good show. Definitely appreciate the information. Thank you, Kirby. And she goes, just finesse it before you say it. I heard that. Well, again, to our viewers, we appreciate your participation. Without you, there is no Queen3 and King. And the comment section stay lit on our show, and we sure appreciate that. And we didn't even have some fools with us today. We didn't have Justin Caraway comment. We didn't have John Lewis jumping off on stuff. Big Illinois wasn't around. So we got a couple of other folks that would have really made it off the chain too. But we appreciate y'all every week. Again, like H-Rap always say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe, hit that like button, that notification bell. We need your support. We've been talking about on the forecast a lot. We not doing this shit for us. I promise you. I'm not saying there's not a lot of fame chasers out there, but I'm telling you, come to my house. I'm fine. I don't need to be on the TV or nowhere else. I promise you, I'm not doing this for me. I'm not. It is about somebody else. It is about legacy. It is about my grandchildren and their grandchildren that we're trying to set up. So again, we need your support, okay? And I'm humble enough to say that we need your support. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And as you can see, we're not just popping off. We got good information. There are some people who come here to say, I just need to come laugh every Tuesday night or every whatever, right? And we know that laughter is a medicine. And I'm telling you right now, I realize laughter is a medicine, and I'm trying to fucking overdose. I'm telling you.
Yes.
I'm telling you. And so again, we're changing times. Queen3 and King next week will be at 7:00. When are y'all starting your show? Do y'all know that yet? Your first show?
Next week.
Next week. Okay, cool. So we'll be at 7:00. They'll follow right behind us at 8:30. We give a little 30-minute cushion because in case Mika start talking too long, we want to have time. So and this is his comment about Big Illinois, as he said he's back inside. And Hodges wants to say, OU still sucks.
Yes, indeed.
They say overdose. Facts. So anyway, so we appreciate it. Johnsons, we appreciate y'all. We will definitely do this again. Awesome. Y'all probably gonna get tired of us. Don't ask y'all to be on our show no more. Y'all show no more. We got our own show.
You're not gonna hear that from us.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate it, and we will see y'all next week. Y'all hang around. Don't get off yet. We'll talk to y'all in the green room afterwards.
Bye, y'all.
See y'all later.
Have a good night. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Are we smiling or what are we doing?
The Queen Bee has arrived.
You know. What show out then? So I'm gonna start with both of y'all's hands.